Convicted former United States of America President Donald Trump has said that he's just a political prisoner in a failing nation governed by President Joe Biden. This, as President Joe Biden said that it's irresponsible for anyone to criticize the New York court verdict that found Donald Trump guilty in all 34-count charges of falsifying business records in the hush money case against him. The two top citizens of America exchanged words in different press conferences held on Friday to react to the Thursday court verdict against the former president. In what looked like a rambling remarks earlier on Friday at the Trump Tower lobby in Manhattan, Trump repeated his complaints that the trial was an attempt to humble his White House combat bid and said it showed that no American was safe from politically motivated prosecution. If they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone, Trump said in an unscripted 33-minute speech as reported by Reuters and other news agencies. Close watchers said that the Thursday's guilty verdict handed over by Manhattan court against the former president catapults the United States into unexplored territory ahead of the November 5th election in which Trump, 77, will try to win back the White House from Biden, 81. On Friday, Biden was asked by a reporter if he was worried that he could find himself in the same situation someday. The 81-year-old American president said, "Not at all. I didn't do anything wrong. The system still works," he said, adding that he had no idea whether the conviction would help Trump in the 2024 election when the two face a rematch. It would be recalled that a Manhattan jury found Donald Trump guilty of all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his hush money criminal trial, an unprecedented and historic verdict that makes him the first former president in U.S. history to be convicted of a felony. The judge, Justice Joan Merchan, set a sentencing hearing for July 11th. According to legal experts, Trump's sentence is up to the judge, and it could include prison time or probation. Prosecutors had accused Donald Trump of taking part in an illegal conspiracy to undermine the integrity of the 2016 presidential election and an unlawful plan to suppress negative information, which included concealing a hush money payment to an adult film star. A felony conviction of a former president or party frontrunner is unprecedented, but Trump, who is the 2024 presumptive GOP nominee, can still run for office. Trump called the jury's decision a disgrace and said the real verdict will come during the presidential election on November 5th. President Joe Biden said on social media that his 2024 rival can only be defeated at the ballot box, according to CNN reports. CNN also reported that shortly after Trump was convicted, his attorney Todd Blanche asked Merchan for an acquittal of the charges notwithstanding the guilty verdict. The judge rejected the pro-forma request. Nothing in the U.S. Constitution bars a convicted criminal from running for the nation's highest office, University of California, Los Angeles law professor Richard L. Hessen has consistently said. The Constitution contains only limited qualifications for running for office, being at least 35 years old, a natural-born citizen, and at least 14 years a resident of the U.S., Hessen continued. CNN report reads partly in quote. Former United States President Donald Trump during the press conference said that he is a political prisoner in a struggling nation, but remains optimistic that his freedom will soon be restored. According to Trump, he will be released and work towards making America great again come November 5, 2024. Trump said that he was convicted in a rigged political witch hunt trial. Trump said, "I did nothing wrong. I am the political prisoner of a failing nation, but I will soon be free, November 5th, and make America great again. They've raided my home, arrested me, took my mugshot, and now they have just convicted me." Crooked Joe Biden needs to get the message, right here, right now, that his chances of a second term end today. But for that to happen, our immediate pushback must be so massive that it will go down in history. We must make Joe Biden regret ever coming after us. President Joe Biden said on Friday that it was dangerous for people to question the integrity of the guilty verdict in Donald Trump's hush money jury trial. The president, in his first public comments since the New York jury on Thursday found Trump guilty on 34 counts over a payment to silence a porn star ahead of the 2016 election. Biden, a Democrat, struck out hard at Trump and other Republicans who have criticized the verdict. Donald Trump was given every opportunity to defend himself, Biden said in remarks at the White House. He noted that the case against Trump in New York was brought by the state, that it was not a federal case, and that the verdict was delivered by a jury of 12 citizens, 12 Americans, 12 people like you. The U.S. justice system has endured for nearly 250 years, Biden said, and he criticized Trump and his supporters for attempting to tear it down with false allegations. "It's reckless, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict," Biden said.
Thank you very much, everybody. This is a case where if they can do this to me, they can do this to anyone. These are bad people. These are, in many cases, I believe, sick people. When you look at our country, what's happening, where millions and millions of people are flowing in from all parts of the world, not just South America, from Africa, from Asia, from the Middle East, and they're coming in from jails and prisons and they're coming in from mental institutions and insane asylums. They're coming in from all over the world into our country. And we have a president and a group of fascists that don't want to do anything about it, because they could right now, today, he could stop it. But he's not. They're destroying our country. Our country is in very bad shape. And they're very much against me saying these things. They want to raise your taxes by 4 times. They want to stop you from having cars with their ridiculous mandates that make it impossible for you to get a car or afford a car. But make it very possible for China to build all of our cars. It's a very serious problem that we have. We just went through one of many experiences where we had a conflicted judge, highly conflicted. There's never been a more conflicted judge. Now, I'm under a gag order, which nobody's ever been under. No presidential candidate's ever been under a gag order before. I'm under a gag order, nasty gag order, where I've had to pay thousands of dollars in penalties and fines and was threatened with jail. Think of it. I'm the leading candidate. I'm leading Biden by a lot, and I'm leading the Republicans to the point where that's over.
The American principle that no one is above the law was reaffirmed. Donald Trump was given every opportunity to defend himself. It was a state case, not a federal case. The jury heard 5 weeks of evidence, 5 weeks. After careful deliberation, the jury reached a unanimous verdict. They found Donald Trump guilty on all 34 felony counts. Now he'll be given the opportunity, as he should, to appeal that decision just like everyone else has that opportunity. That's how the American system of justice works. And it's reckless, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict. Our justice system has endured for nearly 250 years. And it literally is the cornerstone of America, our justice system.
OsazuwaAkonedo, bringing you the news in a more digital way.